Once a young boy approached his Zen master and asked, "Oh wise one, why do I keep having sexual thoughts in my mind all the time? They consume my time and energy, making it hard for me to focus on anything else, and I constantly feel attracted toward the opposite sex." The Zen master smiled and said, "You see, my friend, first of all, we should realize that whatever naturally exists within us is not inherently bad. It serves a purpose in our lives. Lust is an emotion that arises from a physical need, which is natural in every living being. Sexual lust is not something external that we acquire. Instead, it is inherently present within us. It is a natural aspect of human existence, essential for the continuation of our species." Curious, the boy persisted. "If sexual lust is a natural part of us, then why do people condemn it?" The master pointed out, "There is a big misunderstanding when it comes to sexual desire. It is a natural part of being human, stemming from our biology and instincts. However, societal norms, cultural beliefs, and personal experiences can shape how we perceive and express it. Some may view sexual desire as taboo or shameful, while others may embrace it openly. Sexual desire, like any emotion, is not inherently good or bad. It is about how we handle it. But just like with anything in life, problems can arise when there is too much of it. Take eating, for example. Eating is necessary for survival, but when we overeat, it can harm our bodies. Similarly, indulging in sexual desires excessively can cause harm to us. Animals also feel sexual desire and have sex, but they usually do it during specific times, like mating seasons. Humans, however, can indulge in sex anytime, whether it is needed for reproduction or not. This means we have more freedom, but it can sometimes lead to problems if we overdo it. So, having sexual thoughts is natural and okay, but it becomes a problem when we start to think about it all the time and can't focus on anything else." The boy nodded eagerly and said, "Yes, sir. That's exactly what's happening to me right now. These thoughts are taking over my mind, and I can't seem to control them." The Zen master explained, "There are a few reasons why sexual desire can become uncontrollable. Firstly, many people lack a clear purpose in their lives, leaving them susceptible to being consumed by their desires." Then, turning to the boy, the master asked, "Do you find yourself having inappropriate thoughts, even when you are busy with your work?" The boy replied, "No, sir. When I am focused on my tasks, those thoughts don't bother me." The master nodded. "That's because our mind can only hold one thought at a time. If we have a meaningful goal in our lives and remain dedicated to pursuing it, we will find that there is no space for these intrusive thoughts to bother us. And even if they do surface, our commitment to our goal will swiftly push them aside. However, the real issue lies in the fact that many people lack a strong and clear sense of purpose." The Zen master continued, "Another reason why sexual desire can become uncontrollable is because society often tries to suppress it by labeling it as wrong. When something is kept hidden or forbidden, it sparks curiosity and fascination. This can increase people's attraction to sexual desires, even if they are not fully aware of it. When we try to push away or suppress a thought, it often comes back even stronger. The same goes for thoughts of sexual desire. Suppose I tell you not to think about a monkey. What's the first thing that comes to your mind?" The boy replied, "Sir, the first thing I would think about is a monkey." The Zen master continued, "Similarly, when we try to forcefully stop vulgar thoughts in our mind, they often come back even stronger. So, it is best not to suppress thoughts. Sometimes sexual desires can take over us because we are not paying attention to our thoughts. When one sexual thought pops up in our mind, it often triggers more thoughts like it, and we end up lost in a chain of them. This can drain our energy and waste our time. That's why it is crucial to be aware of our thoughts and what's going on in our minds." The Zen master further said, "Sometimes we start thinking about lust because of spending time with people who think about it a lot. Even if we don't naturally think that way, being around them can make us feel the same. So, It is wise to avoid spending too much time with people who have lustful thoughts. The boy asked, Master, I have understood how to avoid lustful thoughts, but can we ever completely overcome our sexual urges? The master replied, First, it is important to know that we can't completely stop our sexual energy. It is a natural force designed by nature to create new lives and keep humanity going. Trying to control it directly usually does not work. However, through practices like meditation and prayer, we can transform this sexual energy into something higher. It is called sexual sublimation. Sublimation is not about suppressing desires, but about positively converting them into something greater. It is like electricity, dangerous, but when we convert it into light through a device, it brightens up a room. Similarly, by doing good deeds, meditating and praying, we can change our sexual energy into spiritual energy, which is also called ojas. Ojas is a powerful spiritual energy stored in the brain. The person who has a lot of ojas in his brain is very intelligent, has captivating eyes, and a magnetic presence. They can influence others with just a few words and leave a lasting impact on everyone they meet. Through meditation, you find a deep sense of inner peace that makes worldly pleasures seem insignificant in comparison. It is not that you lose the ability to think or do things. Instead, you rise above them. As you continue meditating, you will find that these worldly actions start to feel trivial and immature. The boy asked, But Master, where do I start with meditation? The Zen master said, Begin by spending time alone with yourself. The more time you spend with yourself, the better you will understand yourself. And as you get to know yourself better, you will find that material pleasures lose their appeal and intrusive thoughts begin to fade away.